ladies and gentlemen, here's Roseanne and some dude. And Jimmy Corsetti, I think this guy's name is, according to the hashtags in this. And then I don't know the guy in the middle, but I just know that he was on. This guy was on the dust cover of the book that Trump had on his nightstand for years. That's all I know about the guy. You know, so let's see. And this one. We're going straight up Hollow Earth, kids. We're not even going to stop at, the Nazis really didn't break up. They just moved to Argentina. Did Hitler flee to Antarctica? Because, during the Iowa and New Hampshire primaries, our dear Roseanne is getting to the bottom of the real story. Here we go.
Can I ask? I know we have to wrap, but we really only have like 5 minutes. Right. But can you just give her 5 minutes of Antarctica for me?
Oh shit!
And
yeah.
we'll have you back.
I don't have any secret knowledge on Antarctica.
But do you think it's the Nazi breakaway thing, or you just know more history?
Okay. Now, I don't know why their audio is fucked up. His mic is thrown left. The other guy's dead center. Maybe he was trying to put it in her ear for a while, or trying to whisper to her at one point, and then he flicked it back over and didn't do it. So sorry if the audio is fucked up. I'm just hearing it for the first time myself. For those of you who don't know, a little bit of backstory, and maybe this guy will give it, but the idea is that Hitler didn't really die with a bullet in the head covered in petrol. He and the head Nazis all fled to Argentina, and then they made their way to Antarctica, where there's a cave entrance to the inside of the Earth, which is hollow. And they live inside the hollow Earth with all the giant, tall, blonde people, of which he is not one.
Historically, stuff about Antarctica.
So, I don't know. Like, there's weird things about Antarctica, which is.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can't argue with that, can you, kids? Hold on. Let's back up in volume a little bit.
Is that all the what is it? All the hands have their thing in the honey jar. How's that saying go?
Yeah, like, all the governments have making money in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the statement. You guys remember that old chestnut? They all have their hands in the honey jar, and the governments make money in that. Yeah, I remember my grandmother had that, like, crocheted on a pillow in her fallout shelter.
And I think, all right, so I have a few thoughts. One could be real conspiratorial. I'll say
it's kind of an international place. Nobody can claim it.
Right, and they all.
Kind of
have it split up, like down to like the center of it, and it's like a big, think of a big pie chart. It's like here's the U.S. and China, blah, blah, blah. And I think if I had, we'll go into like levels of conspiracy. If I had to go to just the most likely scenario,
yeah, please go there first. Roseanne's gonna hate it, but
I think it's the fact that the poles are gonna shift, that ice is gonna melt, most people on Earth will die, and then underneath that ice, in its abundance of all the Earth's resources, there will be.
Like a time capsule, or is there just a bunch of liquid corn? Who buried it there? The Earth's resources? Wait, there's only one way to get to it?
The oil, gold, diamonds,
which is what you would need after everyone on Earth is dead. Now I can wear all the gold and diamonds I want and drive my big diesel tractor to impress all the chicks that are no longer alive.
God knows what else.
Well, of course he does. He put it there. This is crazier than I thought. And this is, okay, by the way, this is him easing into it. Yeah, high fructose corn syrup, anything you want. Yeah. Jesus Twinkies.
Maybe even evidence of a lost civilization. I should also say that the ice is supposed to be really old, so that shouldn't be possible. If you want to, if people are listening, I don't want to, give you information that's inaccurate.
Well, first of all, you'd have to be giving information. You don't have any, so you can't give inaccurate information. You're talking out of your ass. No one. All right.
But there's something weird about Antarctica.
Yeah, totally. It's like way down there at on the bottom, or is it the top of Earth? I mean, in space, which way is there really an up?
There is.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Well, you should go there. I'd get a pickaxe and some mittens. It is chilly.
I don't know. I mean, the Nazis had interest in it, which is interesting.
It is interesting. That's what the Nazis said. They said it in German, of course.
Anyone reads about it, it's like, oh, they were just interested in getting whale oil and and that's the end of it. Okay, well, I don't know. I wasn't there.
This guy's good. This guy's really good. I don't know what it's ancient aliens that scoop this motherfucker up.
I know that like it's just something about it.
Yeah, something. Just it's. You know what? I will say, Antarctica has moxie. That's there. I feel I said it is of the two poles, it's the most fuckable. That's my own personal opinion. I'm not telling you what to think.
So I don't know if it's like the place where the it's the entrance to inner Earth or something. Probably not, but maybe. Like I don't.
Yeah, some
Do you
people
want to
say
tell
it
him,
is.
Ma? You know what it is, or you have?
Yeah, you know what it is. Tell him. That's right. He's the expert. But Roseanne is here to save the day. Tell us, Roseanne, what is up with Antarctica? What's it got going on?
Theories on it.
Well, they say it's a breakaway continent
Right.
that the Nazis founded in World War II, just before and during,
Right.
where it's supposed to be bigger than the whole North American continent,
Right.
under the ice, so it's bigger than our whole continent. And they
The just for the record, the ground and the under the ice and the water is bigger than, well, it's the whole Earth, I think, really.
brought something like 40,000 German women there during
Yummy. And some fur coats, I hope.
World War II to meet with the
He must be exhausted.
soldiers they had there,
Right.
the perfect Aryan people.
Mm.
Oh, you mean the Iranians?
And they've had all this time to breed,
He brought 40,000 Iranian women down there.
and there's 250 million of them that live there.
There's okay. So they've been doing some fucking apparently. He brought 40,000 Aryan women down, and now there's 250 million Nazis living in Antarctica right now, just hanging out, just living there. They're doing what?
And that's where all the high space tech is coming from.
I see. America didn't invent this shit. The moon landing was, we faked it because it was actually, we were just grabbing the Nazis' feed.
See, that's fascinating, and I'm
No, it isn't. Fascinating is the other word. The word is batshit. No.
open to it. A lot of people won't believe this stuff, but I will say that there's this.
Yeah, yes, a lot of people, that is true. That is probably the most factual thing said so far. A lot of people will not believe this stuff.
Jake, did you see that map I sent you?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Yeah,
Okay,
that
so
was crazy.
there's a map from the late 1670s. It's
Really? And when they really nailed down maps, you know what I mean? The 1670s, man, that was the peak of map making on Earth. Fuck this Google satellite horseshit.
called the Kunyu Quantu map. It was made
Say that 10 times fast. Kunyu Quantu, Kunyu Quantu, Kunyu Quantu.
by this Polish map maker who
Oh, okay. So it wasn't a map at all.
moved to China.
Mm-hmm.
This is like
Did he move there or did he just get lost following his own map? I'm sorry.
1677 or 1672, regardless.
Yeah, his twos look like sevens. It's hard to tell.
It shows. So let me just say this to anyone listening.
Or that hasn't given up right now or isn't laughing.
Antarctica wasn't discovered until 1820, according to what we taught about in school.
Right.
However, there are other maps that seemingly show the Antarctic continent hundreds of years before its alleged discovery. Now, people will debunk it and say, well, this is probably just Tierra del Fuego, which is on the southern tip of Antarctica. Others will say, oh, this is just Australia. What's unique about this map is a couple things. One, it shows Tierra del Fuego, and it's not connected to it whatsoever. It
Nailed it.
shows Australia, which is not connected to it whatsoever. And the only
Right.
thing that's
But it doesn't show New Zealand.
more bizarre than all of that is that it shows giraffes, crocodiles, beavers.
Well, yeah. I think the beaver part's gonna be, yeah. Real quick, is there a chance possibly that at some point, while he was working on his map, he went to go get a bite to eat. Somebody walked in and went, what's he working on? That's amazing. And then they left, and when he came back, he went, fuck it. Give me my beaver stamp. Dunk, 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 dunk.
All kinds of exotic animals.
Yeah, exotic beavers. That's what Hitler was looking for, apparently. He brought his own.
Down there. And now, let me say this.
Most beavers are down there, I think. Stop it. I'm sorry. I can't. Not anymore.
The skeptics will say that, oh, well, that's obviously
stupid, crazy. You're a nutcase. You're ridiculous. Those maps weren't based on hardly anything. There were large chunks of the earth that were fucking missing.
Just, one, not possible because it's frozen.
Guessing, yeah.
And two, they'll say, well, it's just artist depiction, like perhaps the unexplored land. But here's where it gets wild, is that
It's wild.
going back to even the ancient Greeks, they
Here's where it gets wild. I have one of those beavers right here. All right, sorry.
understood that not only the earth was round, but that the poles were frozen.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the most bizarre map. It's Kunyu Quantu, Kunyu Quantu.
All right, well, we'll look it up. Hold on. Kunyu Quantu. Kunyu Quantu. Kunyu Quantu. Go to the restaurant map. There we go. Something like that. Kunyu Quantu map. Nope. Kunyu Quantu. You do and you'll clean it. Okay, this is here it is, 1672. This is in Biblioteca Martiana. Here we have the Kunyu Quantu. Kunyu Quantu. Simplified. Okay. Full map of the world. I see. Okay. In Chinese. His pronunciation was ass. Sorry. Kunyu Quantu. Full map of the world. Okay. The map was developed by the Jesuit father Ferdinand Verbiest during his mission in China in 1674. Okay. Copies in the Henterium follows the Matteo Ricci. External language. Hold on. That's it. This is just the picture. This is the image of his drawing of it. Oh, there's all the beavers and everything. This is I got to tell you, I think they just hit a point where there was snow, and he's just basically showing you which animals are found in which latitude along here. It's another possibility. Also, we're not everywhere he hits a place like, I'm not going any further. There's fucking alligators down that way. Like that was, the animals were put there as an excuse why he didn't continue going further. Jesuit father Ferdinand Verbiest, there he is. He's Flemish. He's not Polish. In China during the reign of the Qing dynasty, he was born in Pittem near Tielt in the country of Flanders, now part of Belgium. He's known as Nan Huairen. In Chinese, ambitious mathematician, astronomer. He became friends with Kangxi the Emperor, friendly. During 60 designs to claim the first ever self-propelled vehicle. Many claim it is the first automobile, in spite of the small size, lack of evidence that it was actually built. Okay. Was the eldest child of Jews Verbiest. I knew it. The Jews had to be involved somehow. It's the Jews Verbiest. I knew it. Talky Jews. That's who's running this whole thing. That just be you had to know that the Jews were in charge of this. All right. So, left China for China from Lisbon. Sorry, accompanied by Father Martino Martini, 35 other missionaries, Portuguese. Okay, blah blah. Yang Guanxian published a pamphlet against the Jesuits, challenged Charles von Bell to a public astronomy competition. Yang won and took Charles von Bell's place as head of mathematics. Having lost the competition, Charles von Belt and the other Jesuits were chained and thrown into a filthy prison, accused of teaching a false religion. They were bound to wooden pegs in such a way that they could neither stand nor sit, and remained there for almost 2 months until a sentence of strangulation was imposed. A high court found this sentence too light and ordered them to be cut up into bits while still alive. Fortunately for them, a violent earthquake destroyed the part of the prison chosen for execution. An extraordinary meteor was seen in the sky, and fire destroyed part of the imperial palace where the condemnation was pronounced. This was seen as an omen, and then all the prisoners were released. That's a pretty strong penalty for losing. What's second place? You don't want to know. Okay. So, anyways, back to the massive beavers, right?
Like Quantu. It's even on the Library of Congress website.
They allow it? Oh my God. It's, you know what? That's the thing about the Illuminati. They rub it in our fucking faces.
You can look this up. It even has a Wikipedia page. And I only just
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not a lot there. I'm just
learned
saying.
of it a number of months ago. And I'm like, how have I never seen or heard of this map before?
I don't know, because you're in some sort of ideological capture.
Yeah, isn't that incredible when that stuff happens?
Right? And so
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not here to tell anyone it's real or that it was thought out and there's animals down there. Like, you know what I mean? But like at the same time, I
There
look
could
at,
be.
we're talking about like Nazi escape, you know, my mind was blown when I realized that in 1955, 10 years after Hitler was killed himself, allegedly,
Allegedly.
they never found him, that the CIA was pouring enormous resources into looking for him. And that the rumors are that he and a bunch of other Nazis escaped to Argentina.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, who does? Everybody knows that. I mean, we all saw that they saved Hitler's brain and all those movies they made. Yeah.
And
Argentina one.
that's a rabbit hole, because I'm like, not only did they never find his skull, when they thought they had found Eva Braun's, it turned out to be not positive. It was like the opposite sex and different age, whatever it was. Like, they don't find.
Well, I mean, kind of. Can we just say we don't quite? I mean, maybe that's just what Hitler was into. Maybe Ava was not her birth name. Her, I guess, in quotes. But you know, I don't know that I have to respect her pronouns if it turns out to be that Ava Braun was a male and a horrible person. I don't know what the rules are in that particular. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck about Hitler's pronouns. There, I said it. Or anybody else that hung out with him. I'm just gonna say, I think if respecting someone's pronouns is going to be attached to the word respect, anybody I don't respect, automatically, I don't give a shit. I will call them whatever I want. Whatever will irritate them the most. I think that's the goal.
Not vanished without a trace.
Right.
Whereas they found the Goebbels, they found all them. And so it's like, knowing someone, a tyrant like him, I'm like, something tells me, and I don't know him, but I'm like,
Thanks for at least clearing that up. I was starting to wonder.
He didn't kill himself.
that pussy dipped out.
Yeah.
And he dipped out of there. He didn't go down with the ship. He fucking ran out of there. And so God.
That's the thing about, and that's gotta, I mean, you're bursting a lot of people's bubbles. A lot of people thought he was a tough guy. And you're just saying he was a chicken shit weasel who split that motherfucker. There are a lot of people watching the Roseanne Barr podcast right now who are losing their respect for Hitler in real time.
You know, I don't know how long
I
he would have
think
lived.
he went to Argentina too.
I would think so.
There's huge.
I think
Nazi
they went to
towns
the
down there.
U.S.
There's huge Nazi towns down there.
Some went to Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the other place. I mean, where do you see the most Aryans, really?
And some went to Argentina.
Yeah. And this is verified.
They've said that.
No.
Right. Nazis
They've
have
told
gone there.
everyone that.
They did. There's
No,
whole
they're-
communities that still speak German. I couldn't
Absolutely.
believe this. I learned this on Joe Rogan when he had that gentleman on and was talking about it. And I
That gentleman?
started looking into it. I'm like,
No, I watched a documentary on it. They have like Nazi towns, basically.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, they totally. It's just Nazi town. Like Nazi town, Argentina, and it's weird that their economy is having a rough time. It's odd. Must be having all those Nazis around just really fucks with tourism, you know?
German, I shouldn't say that.
right.
Yeah, German. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know if they're still Nazis.
But World War II era German towns,
Right.
they're full on like little Germany,
Yeah.
and a lot of them did flee there. All right, well, we do have to wrap up, but
Yeah. I mean, that's all you need, though. I don't need any more. Do you guys need any more? This is that settles it for me. Somebody drew a map with a giant beaver on the bottom of it, and that lets us know that the Illuminati is hiding. I guess the Eyes Wide Shut parties from all of us, where they drink baby milkshakes. Clearly.